Today, we are discussing rollovers for business startups, or ROBS. In short, ROBS will teach you how to use your retirement funds, tax-deferred, penalty, and debt-free. This innovative resource has become the fastest growing form of funding to help someone start, acquire, or grow a business. Two ROBS experts have created a series of comprehensive educational videos to help you become an educated and successful entrepreneur. The first, Larry Carnell, is the National Award-winning Entrepreneur of the Year, business and franchise expert, and Vice President of Benetrends Financial, the company that discovered this legal pathway in 1983. Carnell is recognized as one of the country's foremost ROBS experts and is credited with helping introduce this creative funding, wealth-building protection program. Joining Carnell is CPA Gary Bodie. Bodie holds a master's degree in accountancy and is considered a leading national expert on ROBS structures. He is also a business lecturer and contributing author on ROBS and C Corporation structures, which can help maximize your exit strategy benefits while minimizing your taxes. In addition, Bodie runs his own practice where he advises and works with entrepreneurs with ROBS-structured businesses across the United States. This video will be on protecting and growing protected wealth while reducing taxes. What are the benefits of using a ROBS program to help someone accelerate and protect wealth while reducing taxes?
Well, often the question is, what are the other advantages, of course, besides simply funding? I believe funding is actually the smallest advantage of using a ROBS program. The biggest advantage, I think, in light of what's happening in America is the accumulation, acceleration, and protection of wealth. There was a time when if we had a serious health issue, we'd go into the hospital not only to stabilize but to recover. That's no longer the case. Now, as soon as we wake up, as soon as we set up, they want to send you home under the care of a nurse. Unfortunately, that home care is not covered by hospitalization insurance anymore. It's no longer a concern about surviving a major illness or injury. The major concern today is surviving the cost of surviving. And one great appeal to this program is, first of all, if you're working with a full-service design firm, a full-service design firm can show you how to accumulate, accelerate, and protect wealth with customized plans 2 to 10 times faster than many other basic types of plans like IRAs or simple 401ks or hybrid plans. More importantly, when you use part of your retirement funds to start a business, the entire business can be structured in such a way that it's protected from personal liability issue. That is becoming extremely important, especially with the majority of clients that we work with. Probably, in this day and age, there is no security in job security.
Right.
In fact, I lecture across the country for right management, and there was a time when 50% of the audience were people under their mid-40s. The last seminar I did, 90% of the audience was past their mid-40s. And at that point, you're much more likely to have healthcare related issues, chronic issues, things that can be very expensive and out-of-pocket expenses. So when you structure a business with the retirement fund, that wealth is better protected, not only providing a vehicle to help you accumulate that faster, but you can protect it more from personal liability risk. But one of the big issues is there's very few things, if you do it properly, if you have a business, there are very few things that will grow as fast as the value of a business, not even your home. And so appreciation is very important. Can you speak a little bit about the advantages of structuring a business through the ROBS in terms of mitigating the taxations on the appreciation of the business?
Well, I can approach that tangentially maybe. I'm always asked by clients, well, I want to be an S corporation because they've heard that a C corporation is horrible. And my common answer is, well, yeah, you could go ahead and buy all your shares back, but if they're valued at $10 today at the beginning and you put all your sweat equity into it, now when you want to buy it back, it could be as much as maybe $80 a share, and nobody can come up with that kind of money. And so my attitude is always you ride the C corporation until you're actually ready to exit. So yeah, the wealth goes up, or the profit goes up much faster with the ROBS corporation, in my experience, because they get off to a better start.
And not only that, when they go to sell the business, that appreciation, rather than being subjected to an immediate federal tax plus state income tax, that's not the worst part. The worst part for most people, because they didn't plan their exit strategy when they started the business, when they go to sell that business, that appreciation is subjected to an immediate taxation issue, and the net proceeds end up in an unprotected checking or savings account. Again, when that happens, that wealth that they built up for much of their life is now exposed to personal liability risk. And if something happens to one spouse, creditors can come in and rob that surviving spouse of money they need to live on for the rest of their life. Of course, the other appeal is something happens to both of the husband and wife, that wealth is protected for their children. Of course, one other big advantage is, again, we're using pre-tax dollars, so we force the government to assume as much as 40 to 50% of the financial risk of the investment. So a lot of people, the combination of those things plus the other benefits associated with it, a ROBS program, if properly designed with professionals that understand exit strategies, rather than just focusing on funding, a true retirement plan design firm is focused on not just funding the business, but more importantly, the accumulation, acceleration, protection of wealth. To be quite direct, if it's really a true retirement plan design firm, funding should be the least benefit that they provide. It's what happens after the business is up and running is really the benefit there. But with that being said, our next video is regarding exit strategies.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that.